Hey, how's it going? So I've written a script or a program in Python, which scrapes Craigslist for keywords in the free section and the free section listings, and will email you every time one of those listings matches certain words that you put in it. So before I get into it, a little backstory. I was using an old XP netbook running lightweight Linux and my roommate's computer, which is much better than that, for the last few years, and I saw a listing on Craigslist for a very nice computer. Unfortunately, I was hours late in seeing it. I still emailed them. I didn't get anything in return, but I gave it a shot. But that kind of inspired me, and I had this idea rolling around in my head for a few months anyway to make this program or script. So I didn't know Python. I taught myself in about a day. It was pretty easy to learn the syntax. The whole project took about a week. This was my first thing I've written in Python, so there's definitely a bunch of things I would have changed about writing it now, basically. But I thought it was a good chance to learn a new language and have some fun and get some free shit. So basically getting to the point of it, what you're going to want to do to use this is probably have a Linux. You're going to want the libraries involved in it, and you're going to want a Python environment that can run it. You could probably do this in Windows, pardon me. Windex is the off-brand Windows. But you can probably do that as long as you have a Python environment. I don't think there's any OS-specific dependent things in it. So go ahead, and I'll put the link down below. But you can git clone or from my GitHub, or just straight copy and paste off the master branch here, all of this code, and I have it already done the same. And I have a little demo here. I'll enlarge it so you can see it. Let's see here. There you go. So I'm over the very top now, and I want to scroll down to the bottom. These are the libraries you'll need if you don't already have them, but it'll tell you when you run it. Scroll down to the bottom, and you'll see just shortly from the bottom is the Gmail sender and Gmail password. This is where you are going to change the code to put your email and your password, preferably Gmail. And you're going to have to make sure that that Gmail has third-party authentication or access to it. So I suggest making a separate email, not your main email, and using that for this. I'll put a link down below with a tutorial that I found useful that tells you how to do that. It only takes like 2 or 3 minutes. It's through Gmail. It's just point and click. And that's pretty much it for the email bit. The only other thing you need to do, unless you live in North Carolina, somewhere sort of right around the middle of all the code, is the page you're going to be pulling it from. I live in North Carolina, so this is the Craigslist page that I use right here. You're going to want to go to the Craigslist page that you use for free stuff, and just put the URL right between these quotes. Just copy and paste it, and then you save it, and that's it. So I'm going to head and exit, and I'll run the version I have that has my info in it. There we go. Boom. So it starts up. You get this really cute little text art, Totoro, just for shits and giggles, I guess I put it there. I liked it. An explanation of how it works and what you need to do. So the first thing you're gonna enter is how often you check Craigslist. Doing that, you are requesting from their servers. So I suggest you don't do it every 5 seconds, 6 seconds. I suggest you do it every 10 or 15 minutes. Not get too greedy with it, because you'll be hitting up their servers and they may take that as an attack, or they might just not like it. There's no telling. It might just crash. I suggest 10 to 15 minutes. You can go 5. You can go whatever. For the sake of this tutorial, I'm going to be using every 10 seconds. And then it's going to ask you for the terms you want. So since it's the day after Christmas, and everyone's got new stuff, and they're getting rid of old stuff, there's probably a lot of TVs. You put TV, space, and maybe someone's throwing away a cat because they have no heart, or a Nintendo, or a bike, or a turtle, perhaps? I'm not sure. Whatever you're looking for. So I'm going to go ahead and pull up my local Craigslist, and they have free wood. So I'm going to make this look for the term cypress. Alright? So let's go back to here, and we'll also look up cypress. Right? So next step is just to press enter and let it run. Now, Even if it doesn't find an item, you will see new items every time it detects a new item within the time scanned. And then, so yes, and then shortly after you'll see all the words you typed in, and if they match, so you have new item, free wood, cypress logs, it's not a TV, the cat's not in there, Nintendo's not in there, bike is not in there, turtle's not in there, but cypress is. So it tells you yes, and then it'll let you know that an email is sent. Now, you can't see it. I'm picking up my phone now, if I can find it. It's charging. And yes, I have a new email. It says Craigslist alert, and that gives me the title of what was sent. So I can be at work and not paying attention to Craigslist, naturally, and get an email that there's a new listing that I want. Now, after the email is sent, it'll continue to scan, and it'll count every scan it does for as long as you want it to run. Every new item it detects, it'll give you a new alert, and if it matches, it'll let you know there's an email sent, and you'll get that email. Now, I had this run for a couple of days, a couple thousand scrapes, like tens of thousands of scrapes, and it didn't crash. Originally, I had some memory leak problems. I didn't really know what that was, so I had to look and figure out how to do that, and then I had to solve the memory leak problems, but there were other problems, and I thought I wasn't solving the memory leak problems correctly, but it should all work now. And that's it. That's simple. And just stop it. You just, you can keyboard interrupt Control C or Control Z or whatever, and you can run it again. I'll do 15 seconds, and I'll just be looking for turtles. I'll run, and then in 15 seconds, it'll scrape the website again. And that's pretty much it. So hopefully it'll help you get some free things you're looking for. Maybe just a fun thing. Feel free to edit the code, experiment with it, make it your own. There's a few things I might go back and do it at some point that I'd like to add to it, like maybe a menu option where you can shift through it and change, the page from within the program, the Craigslist page itself. I'd like to put command line arguments, or the ability to load from a text file, so you wouldn't have to put it in a list manually every time you run it. I would suggest you put this on maybe like a little Raspberry Pi or something dedicated and have it run and do that and check up on it once in a while, but let's see, let's make sure it's still working. Yep, there it goes. That's it. Thank you. Please enjoy it. Make it your own. Have fun with it. I had fun making it.